the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And tonight on DC News Now at 5, a truck driver identified. We now know the name of the driver who was killed during the tanker explosion in Frederick, Maryland. And gloomy weather go away. Are we expecting a rainy weather to continue throughout the night? We'll have your weekend forecast. And also, from the price you pay at the pump to the money you spend down the grocery aisle. We're stretching your dollar tonight with some important price checks. And thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 5. I'm Mark Hall. Let's start with the weather. Chilly and a bit dreary. So what's in store for the weekend? Meteorologist Damon Matson joins us now. And Damon, obviously the weekend has already started for a lot of people. What can we expect?
Well, Mark, it's not a fun evening out there, plain and simple. We're still working this storm system across the area. And right now, the cold front with this system is sweeping through, creating a good amount of rainfall. Look at all of these showers that have just developed within the last couple of hours. Saw that live shot, too, back out over D.C. where the rain has been coming down. And here we go. Let's zoom in a little bit. There are those steadier showers right now across pretty much all of Montgomery County, reaching down toward the district. And then as you go back across I-66 into Northern Virginia, you'll also run into those showers. But right now, the rain is coming down the hardest just out in front of that cold front, stretching across the eastern panhandle into the South Mountain corridor. We have very heavy rain ongoing through Boonesboro down to Charlestown and then into parts of Loudoun County and Clark County as well. So this rain is going to continue to push east. Brunswick, Frederick, you are going to see this very steady rainfall coming in within the next 10 to 15 minutes here. And that's just the way things have been so far this evening. And even if you're not seeing the rainfall, it is chilly and damp enough that we're seeing mist and some fog developing. Those visibilities are dropping, folks, so please take it easy if you are going to head out the door here this evening. This storm system, there's the center of it. It's up across the Great Lakes. A lot of snow in upstate New York right now, but it's slowly going to rotate its way toward the East Coast, and things will then start to improve as we get later into the night. We'll still have scattered showers, though, the next few hours here, but by 8 to 9 o'clock, we will finally start to dry things out. And you're looking good to go for any of those maybe late night plans for your Friday. But as we get into the weekend, what are we watching out for on your Saturday? And is there still the possibility of a little bit of snow in the forecast on Sunday? We'll have a full check of the forecast here in just a bit.
Hey, Damon, thank you. Well, the sweepstakes over which state, Maryland or Virginia, gets the coveted and future FBI headquarters is now a battle over President Biden, and racial equity is the central focus. Maryland's governor relentlessly lobbying the president to put his words into action. Our political and government reporter Leonard N. Fleming has been covering this issue closely. And Leonard, is this about leveraging a relationship with the president?
Yes, it is. And Governor Moore has constantly been in the ear of President Biden, even before he was elected as the nation's third black governor in history. And while Virginia is seemingly the favorite, the governor says he believes the president will give Maryland a fair shake and help tip the scales.
He knows this is a personal priority for me. This is a decision that I take personally.
Governor Wes Moore wants the FBI building in Maryland over rival Virginia, and he's willing to leverage his relationship with President Joe Biden to land the nation's top law enforcement agency.
And I think that his opinion on this is going to be important and should be heard and understood as this final decision is being made.
Moore says Biden's 2 executive orders to promote racial equity in federal government help make the case to put the new government building in Maryland's predominantly black Prince George's County.
And we've had the Maryland delegation who has been working for a decade on this issue.
Maryland officials cried foul last year when the General Services Administration said being close to Quantico, the agency's Virginia training facility, should be considered.
Now, as we're getting to a completion point, that we're honoring what people expected, what they fought for.
Virginia leaders lobbying for their Springfield site want the president to sit this one out.
We don't think asking somebody to put their thumb on the scale makes any sense here. We just say you got criteria, look at the criteria and make a decision.
John Miles Coleman is at the Center for Politics at the University of Virginia.
Really, throughout his presidency, Biden has really emphasized, themes of diversity and inclusion. Something that Governor Moore has mentioned is that Prince George is a majority black county. If Maryland does end up getting it, it could be seen as sort of an early feather in Wes Moore's cap.
Moore says if all is fair, his state wins.
We're not seeking preference. We're seeking fairness.
No word from GSA officials on when a decision will be made now that the delegations from both states have met with them. We are hoping to hear back from the White House, but no reaction yet on whether the president will exert his influence on the issue. Reporting from the studio, Leonard N. Fleming, DC News Now, back to you.
Leonard, thank you. Well, new tonight, Fairfax County Police are looking for a man they say broke into 2 Chantilly businesses in one night. One break-in is caught on camera. Now, take a look at this. It was around midnight at a Latin supermarket on Lee Jackson Memorial Highway, and you see the suspect move to the counter after smashing a window to get in. He then yanks a card reader off the counter and slams the cash register to the ground until it breaks open. The suspect then appears to grab cash before walking out, and police say that he pulled a similar move minutes later at the Burger Shack around the corner. Anyone with information should contact police in Fairfax County. Well, new tonight, an answer to calls for help in Prince George's County. This after 3 crashes in 2 days on the very same road. One crash killed a high school senior and sent her classmate to the hospital with critical injuries. Now the county is promising a study along Ritchie Marlboro Road. County Public Works Department says this week's crashes prompted the study. The goal is to see if additional safety improvements can be made, and they're working to get it done within the next 90 days. Also new tonight, another attempt to overturn a D.C. law just a day after Congress voted to nullify D.C.'s revised criminal code. This time, House Republicans are taking aim at a police reform bill that's been in effect on a temporary basis for almost 3 years. It was enacted after George Floyd's murder in June of 2020. Reforms include a ban on neck restraints, and it makes it harder for officers to disperse gatherings and gives public access to police records. Now, a permanent version of the Comprehensive Policing and Justice Reform Amendment Act was passed in January. Mayor Bowser didn't sign it. D.C.'s police union chairman says the reforms are the main reason why they can't hire enough police officers.
This bill is a retribution on police officers and basically creates an environment where it's impossible to go out and do your job and creates all kinds of crazy liabilities for police officers.
This bill is about police accountability. It's about ensuring that we don't have bad cops, that we don't hire bad cops.
Our Daniel Hamburg will have more from the D.C. Council chairman and the union leadership tonight at 9 and 10. Well, new details. We now know the name of the man killed when his tanker truck crashed and caught fire in Frederick County. Maryland State Police say 58-year-old Ronald Leroy Heiston was the driver. He was from Smithsburg, Maryland, and grew up in Hagerstown. Officials say that Heiston was driving a tanker truck with about 8,600 gallons of gas from Manassas to Taneytown. Investigators say that his truck went off the road, hit a tree, and caught fire. He died at the scene. 6 homes and 5 cars were either damaged or destroyed by the fire. Police say that they do not believe the leaked fuel poses a threat to the public. New tonight, cold case solved. Anne Arundel County Police Department have identified a suspect in a 1970 homicide case. 16-year-old Pamela Conyers was strangled to death in October of 1970. She was found dead near Mountain Road and Route 100 in Anne Arundel County. For over 50 years, the case went unsolved, but now, due to new technology and help from other departments, County Police identified Forrest Williams as the suspect. Police say they never forgot about Pamela.
To the family and loved ones of Pamela, we hope that today's announcement brings at least some degree of comfort and peace in finally learning who was responsible for her murder. Pamela was never forgotten, nor will she ever be forgotten.
It's important to point out that Williams died in 2018, but if he were alive today, police say that he would be charged with murder. He was living in Salem, Virginia when he died. Well, tonight we're learning more about the possible 70% raises Prince William County supervisors could approve for its next board members. The 8 county supervisors are weighing the changes which would take place in January, and it comes as Fairfax County supervisors are also considering a sizable pay increase. In a statement, Prince William County executives explains the reason for the proposal, writing compensation should not be a barrier for those who seek public service roles. we're also sending the message to our community and future county leaders that we are invested in them. Well, consumers continuing to feel the burn of high prices continue to find ways to stretch their dollar. One primary way to do it, price checking between retailers. DC News Now's consumer reporter Ben Dennis joins us live after sifting through prices ahead of the weekend travel rush. Hey, Ben.
Hey there, Mark. Good evening. Happy Friday. A quick browse between websites or even using search tools can automatically find where to cash in on food, electronics, and to fill your gas tank. A look at the latest Consumer Price Index data showed gas prices went up 2.4% in January after a sizable decline in the 6 months prior. Food up 4% from December to January, but 11% more than last year. You probably felt that burn. And among the most expensive items, eggs, ham, and citrus fruits. So a price check between Harris Teeter, Giant, and Walmart. We found Harris Teeter out in front for a carton of eggs, 12 count, for $2.39, and just over $4 at Giant and Walmart. Price check for ham, Walmart with an offer at $2.28 per pound, $1.50 more than Harris Teeter, and $6 a pound at Giant. And for those fruits, we reviewed clementine prices, all relatively similar, but Walmart with the bag bundle offer at $1.33 a pound, Giant in second at $1.76 a pound. Over to gas prices, AAA says the average price for a regular gallon, $3.47. We looked at Gas Buddy to help ID prices near you. We found a Costco on Market Street in Northeast D.C. selling a gallon of regular for $3.09, $3.06 at a Wise in Brunswick, Maryland, $2.99 at an A1 Auto Care in Annandale, Virginia. Back to those apps to help track where to find the cheapest price on products. CNET recommends Klarna, Honey, Price Scout, and Amazon Assistant. Even browser extensions for Chrome called Cently. There's also one for Retail Me Not, a site already with online coupons. And if you're needing to fill up before your weekend plans, as Mark had mentioned, try those apps that give you cash back at the pump, like Upside. Waze, they offer this feature. Aside from Gas Buddy, AAA has a map to help ID the price of gas whenever you need it. Ben Dennis, DC News Now.